Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing okay today. Is the music MIDI? I believe so, yes. In fact, the YouTube channel that I'm pulling this out of says that the file name for this is UAKM Under a Killing Moon 028.mid. Yeah, I read that, Bahamut. That's not good. Hope you certainly can keep cool out there. But yeah, it's been a week. Well, I hope you will enjoy it. 80 Club Streak! Nice! But yeah, let's start this out just until tomorrow, but third floor apartment, oh yeah, heat rises. So, let's start a new game. It'll be familiar for people who've been here last time. We will be Gilded Tongue. Under a Killing Moon. Day 1, cupping up flesh. You'd had up in 30 minutes to pay rent. Rent is good.
So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks...
So, wait. It didn't...
So, they found it again.
Didn't show the introduction.
I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
Affiliated news service. News of the world. Oh yeah, it was CD-ROM.
As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, these are probably...
for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies
Magic Gathering made a Jimothy into an emote. Nice.
Found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
But yes, Nazis. I hate these guys.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
Really, the cloaks totally make sure you don't stand out at all. And you're totally holding that object. It's a dove. Doves are good, right? Access Software presents Under a Killing Moon. Same with Brian Keith. We got Margot Kidder in this thing. Russell Means. Russell Means what? And the voice of James Earl Jones. There goes half the budget, I'm sure. Executive producer, Bruce Carvo. Directed by Chris Jones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Margot Kidder and James Earl Jones was like most of the budget. San Francisco, 2042.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium. An island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap
Probably.
bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years.
That's not
now.
bourbon. That's whiskey.
Yeah, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm gonna move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a
Well,
tribe of
Brian
people
Keith
who know
is
me.
the predominant
Getting
actor.
out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
No, I can imagine.
Oh, good.
I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the
I'm not
open
sure.
wounds
I don't
of
think
my
it...
pathetic life.
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Nah, just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers, you sold me out. But that's all in the past. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me.
Yeah, I hope
When
you do
tossed
keep,
me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened.
fluid.
Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. Never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you.
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
Yep. Always gotta be careful when you lean back. And the person... Hey, Gara! Let me check. Oh! The game designer himself, Chris Jones, plays Tex Murphy. Well, we've just started. Space button to walk around. Okay. So, luckily, the mouse is not making me like spin at Mach 20, and I can actually move at a reasonable rate using WASD. WASD? I prefer WASD. I don't think I want to know what that is. Oh, it's a fancy gun. WASD? Okay.
My gun. I love it so much.
Okay, the audio is still kind of clippy, but 6 of one, half dozen the other. Let's grab it.
The old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam. Hey, bam, bam, bam. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. And you. Hey, Sonny, can you help me out?
Oh,
my
wow.
girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that, too. I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those days.
Yeah, that sounds, generally bad.
This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups.
Oh. Arthur Murphy. I don't think that's me.
Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women.
Ah.
He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training. Stupid light switch is stuck in the on position. Could be worse, I guess.
True.
I call this painting, The Big Spill.
Ah. At least there's fire extinguishers.
Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle.
Oh. So... That is how it looks.
Another pile of garbage. There just aren't enough hours in the day.
Yeah, but you could start.
That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni.
I see. Alright, take care. Yeah. Let's check our desk.
Toxic Taste is a novel by Luigi Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list.
Ah.
Hip-hop English keeps me up on all the slang kids are using today.
Uh-oh.
I love murder mysteries. To be a fictional detective. Everything would be so much simpler then.
Yeah.
World War IV. A dark and reactionary vision of the coming century by Rush Limbaugh III.
On the bright side, he took way too many drugs, and he will not live to see,
Nothing
20,
stamp.
41.
One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed.
$10 stamp.
This here is my favorite desk drawer. Nothing in here but a pen. This is probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office. This here is my favorite desk drawer.
Really? I thought the other one was. Busties.
Things look pretty slow on the street today.
Yeah, except for some kid just got themselves a firearm. I wonder how they acquired that.
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
Yeah. I don't think you're out of... You have a bad fax machine. I think you're probably out of paper.
This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia.
Game is before the internet was in wide usage. Oh, absolutely.
PrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
Interesting.
I bought this table so I wouldn't have to sit on the floor when I use my computer.
Take care, Seth. See you soon. Only a few years after the World Wide Web became a thing, yeah.
The Scotch Guard that Rudy's upholstering service put on my office chairs will stand up to anything. And I ought to know.
Yeah.
Oh boy, mail. Oh boy, mail.
Okay.
A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
Ready to mail application.
I need to run this thing down to the auto post box on the street.
Grand reopening sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. Only a few minutes in, you're already committing credit card fraud? Gotta move fast. At 9 a.m., the electronics shop will open its newly remodeled store and offer veritable bonanza bargains. Dongles, fax machine, remote control toys, stereos, vidphones, doohickeys, thingers, whatchamacallits, and much, much more! Asterix, one of each in stock. Be sure to check out the unbelievable prices on our own line of dandy products! Star. These products, of course, are not on sale. Remember to bring your electronic shop credit card! Star. Cash not accepted. Credit card required to enter the electronics shop. And plan to stay late! You won't believe the deals! This gift certificate entitles the holder one free cosmetic job. Nose, boob, etc. Courtesy of the Real You Surgical Clinic. 30 minutes to better you.
That's the door to the street.
Absolutely.
The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition. The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot.
Wow, I can actually move and not immediately get sick. Look at them curves. The electronic shop. That's pretty. La Loye Foulet. Fountain Lunch. Brew and stew. Radioactive era. Please stay clear.
and there are signs of radioactivity everywhere.
Oh, I can't walk into the radioactive slog? Aww. Have a nice day. Bridges. Cable cars. Pizza bar. Ooh. Parallel parking. 2-hour parking between 8 and 6. No parking that way.
Surprisingly, the auto post box has no graffiti on it. Maybe people around here are finally starting to respect our government and its fine agencies.
Nice.
Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning.
All right. Let's see, that's a pawn. Hey, a newsstand. Hey, a person. Oh, Abraham Lincoln got killed? Jeez. Let's see, Vogue is now bogus. The New Yorker is the New Jersey. I'm guessing Playboy is just sexy now. Mutants at war!
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me.
I think that's because she has something called taste.
Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone. But she has a way of turning my knees to
Hydrate,
jelly.
thank you.
She's a mutant, just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Okay. Guess I'll have to wait. 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 2, 4 and 2, 5 and 2, 6 and 2, 7 and 2, 8 and 2, 9 and 2, 10 and 2. Yeah, he's quite the catch. So let's see, I've got subtle innuendo, lovesick puppy, and charmingly curious. Well, I think people have called me charmingly curious.
Tell me, gorgeous, has the new True Detective come in yet?
Yeah, but you gotta pay for it this time. Hey, when you finish a magazine, it is in no condition to sell.
Sarcastic retort.
You're a riot, Chelsea. You ought to be doing stand-up.
No. Look, I do enough stand-up work right here. So can I help you with something?
Ask about. We got stuff. Brooke Gardner?
Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet.
Yep. Tell me about Louis Manat.
I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood.
Francesca Lucio?
Franny's a live wire. Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do.
Tell me about Sal.
Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye.
Ugh. Ardo, new pup?
Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand.
Oh. And tell me about the Colonel. I believe my former boss.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Well, thank you. Rusty's Fun Masks. Rusty's Entrance. Gag jokes, balloons, and games. The Bijou. Now playing Sexy Clothes. Louie. I can't read that. Enchantment. Rusty looks very crusty. Acme Warehouse. Private property. No trespassing.
Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door.
Yeah, that's kind of normal for a warehouse. Also, this is why you pay your town sanitation department. You do know that, right? Oh, yeah. Screen tearing? Yeah. Golden Gate Hotel.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well. But there's nobody living inside.
All right.
Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was condemned years ago and could collapse any day. There's no way I'm going in there.
Killer Dead Mutants.
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
Yeah, about accurate there. Well, I can see where you might be spending a little extra money there, Tex. Don't exactly need to, spend money for a vanity plate that tells you that, or tells everyone you're a dick. They just have to talk to you and they'll figure that one out.
On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much. This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to get inside the electronic shop until I get a membership card.
Oh, incredibly useful going undercover with that. Oh, thank you, Seth.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. This is where Louis throws out the garbage. Street people come from miles around to sample Louis' award-winning leftovers. Nothing in here worth taking.
Debs never foresaw San Fran being filled with huge condos. Yeah. And illegible.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. The Brew and Stew is run by Louis Laments, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
Suds and hugs. Unfortunately, all I can afford are the hugs.
How about a pitcher of beer and the love of a good woman, Louis?
I can't help you with the woman, Mike. Yeah, no problem with the beer, though. Put it on your tab?
Cynical observation, Norm Peterson. Thirsty and grateful. Well, let's be grateful.
Thanks, Louie. I should have some work soon, then I'll be able to pay my tab off first thing.
That reminds me, Mike.
Uh-oh.
Have you talked to Rook today? He might have a job for you. Someone broke into his shop last night.
Really?
Thanks for the tip, Louie. I'll go see Rook right now.
Trying to do my best not to be an asshole, but my god, this game makes it hard.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
That would be nice. I mean, honestly, a Corvid running a pawn shop, it's stereotypical, but I can see it.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
How's it stack up to Xanth so far? I mean, I don't want to kill everybody, so
What do you want,
better.
Murphy?
Caustic wit, cautiously inquisitive, obliviously conversational.
Fine. How you doing, Rook?
I'm not in the mood for small talk.
Okay. Sarcastically serious, plain old sarcastic, or serious? Yeah, let's do a little banter.
Well, then by all means, let's discuss a serious topic.
Breaking, entering, and robbery serious enough for you, Murphy?
Yeah?
Last night, someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday, I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
Okay. We need the money. Let's be investigative.
How much is a fair amount of cash?
In this case, $8,000.
Okay. So, if a stamp is worth $10, and a stamp today, yeah. Hi, the big TK. Hope you're doing well.
I didn't know you kept that much cash.
I don't usually, but I sold a few things earlier, so I had just over $8,000.
The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times $8,000
doing all right.
her, it was a good deal for me.
I see. Yes, first time playing Under a Killing Moon. First time playing any of the Tex Murphy games, actually. Let's see. Let's investigate the facts.
Did you get any other information from this Emma Nimpton?
She left a phone number. I called her this morning, but the line is disconnected.
I see. I mean, I'm certainly very interested. I was surprised with the star power in the cast. Let's see here. The number is disconnected. Well, let's be investigative.
So do you have any leads on recovering the bracelet?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
Well, on the bright side, James Earl Jones' role. Yeah, I guess he's playing God. Well, deeply offended, slightly offended, or offended, but I'm looking for work. I need money.
I guess this means you don't consider me good enough to help track down the bracelet?
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name, spelled backwards.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
Yep.
Well, obviously, the window was broken from the outside.
6 CDs? Yeah, sounds about right.
This building that Rook runs his pawn shop out of is at least 120 years old, making it only slightly younger than Rook. Yep, those steps lead right up to Rook's back door. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
Oh, there we go.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14.
Oh yeah, no, I imagine it would be a lot of disc changing. Size 14 boots. Oh, we got...
Shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere.
Yeah. Heart attack, fearing the game will crash? Yeah, no, I can understand that. The glass is outside. That was a really big piece. I'd expect, like, some glass sand and shards, you know, if you punch in to come out, but that was outside.
Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can.
Yep. Oh, hello.
Looks like a key of some kind.
Is that the key to the back door? Rook. Is this a big old insurance scam? Because the glass is outside and there's a key under. I'm not thinking this is kosher.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean.
Chocolate syrup?
These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean.
Interesting. Very neat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know. Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything.
Okay.
I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley.
Oh.
Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees.
Got ourselves a radio. Is it a Mexican whoa-oh radio? Recyclable papers only.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared. Wow,
Are you using Mac up to that point? Yeah. Century. Looks like maybe a box for a vacuum cleaner?
This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
Super heavy duty batteries.
The texture of the reminds me of playing hoops when I was younger, in the days before my lower vertebrae turned into petrified rock.
Know that feeling, Tex. Carnaby Clinic.
Another billboard advertising cosmetic surgery. It's big business these days. Mutants with money will pay anything to look like norms.
Back when batteries did bludgeoning damage instead of fire damage. Yeah.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
Well, let's try to be an actual detective because we cannot afford being a smartass right now.
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you.
What kind of post-apocalypse are we in? That's a good question. Let's see. Tell me about yourself.
That depends on whether you're here to help me or to irritate me.
Oh. Know anything about Chelsea outside? Maybe she saw something?
She's a honey, ain't she? Makes me wish I was 30 years younger. She knows the black market and has helped me make some connections.
Oh.
Louis and I go way back. We ran guns to Ethiopia before World War III, then fought in the same regiment during the war. After the war, Louis opened the brew and stew and told me about this shop, which I bought for a song, and then I started my own pawn business.
I see. And Lucido's?
Franny's a hot-blooded gal. She and her husband Sal wake up the neighborhood sometimes with their rows. Sal's a brute. Funny as hell, but he can get pretty bad after a couple of drinks. He and his wife Franny have a real love-hate thing. Makes me glad I never tied the knot. Sal leaves running the pizza joint up to Franny.
I see.
Strikes me as a village idiot. He came by one time to see if I had any Inspector Burns action figures. I told him I'd never heard of these Burns characters and thought the kid was gonna tear my damn head off.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about those.
I don't know anything about that.
Right. Tell me about the bracelet again?
It was a beauty. Encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold.
Uh-huh. Tell me about the burglary?
It makes me mad as hell that someone would break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet.
All right. Let's head to the street. Well, the pizza parlor is sharing the same alley.
Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now, she seems to have a thing for me.
Oh. Well, Tex.
Well, it's that a handsome P.I. Tex Murphy. Have you come to take me away?
Give some cowboy humor. Party apparently, yes, can give you spicier pizza.
How'd you guess? You must have seen my white horse hitched to the railing out front.
Oh my, Mr. Murphy, you certainly know how to excite a girl.
Shatter the fantasy of a lonely woman. Oh, yeah. Oh, she is cute. Let's be a little more humorous. Looks like this is like the bits of joy she gets in the day.
Well, that's what I've been told. I almost got my own 900 number before getting into the PI biz.
Oh my.
Well, I certainly would have subscribed. What can I do for you, Mr. Sexy Voice?
Oh my. Yeah, 900 numbers were a very interesting time. What do you know about Rook next door?
Rook is a tough old geezer. I've known him ever since we opened the Slice of Heaven back in '32, but I can't say I know him very well.
Well, you do, Seth. Well, tell me about Chelsea, who was outside.
Chelsea is a nice girl. Sal tries to flirt with her, but she doesn't give him the time of day.
Tell me about Louis next door, or across the street.
I like Louis. He runs a nice place, and I go over there and chat with him when the business is slow.
Uh-huh. Tell me about yourself, Franny.
Well, I was hoping you'd get around to asking about me. I'm just a lonely, hot-blooded woman who needs the love of a good, strong man.
Oh my. So I guess Sal isn't, put into stuff?
Me and Sal got married too young, and it's been up and down ever since. I've had enough of his drinking and the womanizing, and I'd divorce him in a second, but he's got a couple of buddies who are top lawyers. If I had some hard evidence of his screwing around, I could divorce him and get a decent settlement.
Yeah. Hey, Travis. Hope you're doing all right. I'm doing okay, thanks. And she is indeed chewing that scenery. This is peak FMV gaming. Like, if you're going to do an FMV game, everyone should be bringing out all the big guns. So, tell me about Ardo.
Ardo is an overgrown kid. He comes in here for the all-you-can-eat buffet, and I've got to kick him out every time. If I didn't, he'd eat everything we got.
Oh yeah, definitely, Seth. Know anything about the Colonel?
Can't help you, Tex.
No problem. Hey, a bracelet was, stolen next door.
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So I guess you don't know anything about the burglary.
I heard that Rook's place got robbed. It scares me to death. There's so much crime in this part of the city.
Yep. Well, we're out.
Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page.
Uh-huh. Well, let's clean things up. Ooh. To read the newspaper, move the cursor over the article's newspaper to highlight it. Click the left mouse button, close up, and the article will appear. To select another article, click resume button and repeat the steps above. Burglaries baffle police! Total of the inner city pawn shop burglaries committed over the past 3 weeks now stands at 9. Zippy Cash, located at the corner of Jackson and Maple Streets, was broken into 3 nights ago. Pawn shop over Urban Roby did not report the crime until this morning, thinking it was simply a practical joke played by his friends. Tragically, this was not the case. The 9 burglarized pawn shop, Zippy Cash, is the second not owned by a mutant. There's been some speculation the police are not actively investigating the crime, since most of the victims are mutants. Mayor Lender, who is up for re-election this year, will need the mutant vote to retain his position, and has publicly called the police under the carpet. Police Lieutenant Mac Meldon, who is heading the investigation, denies the police are dragging their feet. What we're dealing here is some kind of master criminal. He just hasn't left us much of anything to work with. Hydrate. Thank you. And arm curls. And yep, mutants. If you noticed, a lot of people here have been adversely affected by the radiation around the place. Welcome back, Bahamut. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 9, 2, 11, 2, 2, 15, 2, 6, 7, 2, 8, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 30, 2. On outside, expecting the melt only to be hit with cool air. Nice. Lieutenant Malden is sure the burglars all been committed by the same person. The M.O., methods of operation. No, modus operandi. Thank you very much. Has been almost identical. Girl goes to the pawn shop, hawks a piece of jewelry for a large amount of cash, and the shop is broken into that same night. Lieutenant Malden would not specify that, but said his team of detectives have some evidence and hope to have some solid leads for the next few days. But, yeah. Probably post-nuclear war. Body found in Bay. Body of Nathaniel Murray, 29, was discovered floating in San Francisco Bay early yesterday morning. Spotted on passengers on a whale sighting scuttle. The body was recovered by police and was sent to the city coroner's office for autopsy. Cause of death has been listed as suicide, though bystanders report the corpse was remarkably disfigured and contorted. Walt Grimm, personal injury lawyer, followed the ambulance to the coroner and reported the quarantine was initiated not long after. Reason for the quarantine has not been made public. Poets Corner. This week's poem was sent in by 15-year-old Buppa Wong. Haiku to a taco. Soft-shelled taco mine. What meat art thou concealing? Who cares? It's tasty. Need cash. An Oregon Trail Clinic. We pay up to $50 cash. So, 5 stamps worth. For any and all vital organs. We also pay market rate for legs and eyeballs. Are you a lefty who's short on rent? Bring in that right arm. Must be removed on site to meet AMA requirements. Our friendly qualified staff will be happy to sever that limb. You'll walk out moments later with a few extra dollars in your pocket. Hurry in and don't forget to ask about our frequent donor program. Yeah, it's a pretty good haiku. Old Jim's Bait Shop. Live crawlers in an old coffee can of your choice. Senator committed to asylum. Reese's press conference hysterics surprised many. Oh. Yeah, this sounds like today. Senator Martin Reese, Republican, New Mexico, who had called a press conference, assumedly to announce his intention to leave politics and join the Professional Golf Association, erupted in hysterics today. Witness reported a senator to have shouted, "Texas is just too fucking big! Run for your lives before it eats us all!" Yeah. Senator Reese, long considered one of the most mentally sound figures on Capitol Hill, had to be restrained and led away in a makeshift straitjacket. When questioned about Senator Reese ranting, Representative Lilana Elwich, Democrat of Texas, professed complete ignorance. Everyone knows Texas is big, but really? Most people who witnessed the display admitted to being surprised at the senator's behavior, though not everyone. House Speaker Bob Broggie, Democrat of Maine, commented, "Senator Reese's outburst is hardly shocking to those of us who work with him. We all know he's a whack-out, thumb-sucking piece of shit." Senator Reese will be examined tomorrow by psychiatrists who are confident that a complete recovery can be made, despite the senator's many years in Congress. 99 is such a quaint time? Absolutely. Like, in the 1990s, they thought that Texas wouldn't be so over gerrymandered that there might have been a Democratic representative for Texas. Grateful. Yeah. They definitely would still be going on. True. Grateful Dead, in its third incarnation, have announced plans for a resurrection tour to begin next week in Sacramento, California, and end up in Lazarus, Pennsylvania. The tour is scheduled to run for 3 years, during which the band will play 1,093 shows. Jeez, God. Yeah, they're totally a band of the dead. Accordion player Geraldo Rodriguez says the band is excited to get back on the road after a layoff of a week and a half. We were due for a rest after our last world tour, but Thursday we were just getting a little antsy. That's the cocaine. That's the cocaine, Geraldo. Reminds me there's still a zombie Milli Vanilli band around. Yeah. Just half of them. Future plans include a new album, a movie filled on tour, and a possible benefit concert put in conjunction with the Rolling Stones. Yeah. I mean, Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. Jesus Christ, how did I forget that name? Yeah, now Keith Richards and Mick Jagger would probably be still alive, just floating in one of those tubes used in the Dune, in the David Lynch version. It would just be full of cocaine. I actually lived next to the town the Stones are from. Nice. Editorial. Why the Crusade Must Be Stopped, Part 2 of 5 by Loogie Trundle. I mean, yes, Crusade should be stopped. In the 9 years since World War III, we have seen a growing form of discrimination which comes from full malevolent bloom. Thankfully, we're not talking about racial or sexual bias, both of which are no longer the blights on society they once were. The social disease afflicts us now is genetic discrimination. There are in this world evil forces that exist in specific purpose, separating the genetically unchallenged from the rest of the population. You know, it would be funny if this wasn't my blue sky feed every morning. This eugenics movement, classifying humans by their genetic quality, has been around since the late 1800s, but in those days humans were already classified by skin color and gender. Several significant movements in history have attempted to exterminate an entire race, and I believe that we are witnessing yet another. Yeah. The crusade for genetic purity, which, I mean, at this point I'm expecting RFK to say at a press conference. A crusade for genetic purity. Spearheading this dark movement, Reverend Shepherd, yeah, it would be, in the guise of a placid, benevolent teacher, is in reality a hate monger. No. His words are softly spoken, plant the seeds of hate between those with genetic flaws and those without. And now the crusade has trumpeted the arrival of the Moon Child. Oh, sorry. I need to pronounce this correctly, like Bastian would want me. Moon Child! I could do that for the whole game, but I don't want to kill myself. So we'll only have a few never-ending story references. The so-called Refuge of the Pure, supposedly a religious retreat where the faithful crusaders go to take part in spiritual ceremonies. It is in reality a symbol of divisiveness. Yeah, a jewel in the heavens where only a few may go, the rest excluded on a condition that they did not ask for and cannot change. Yeah. Yep. When will each and every inhabitant of this earth open his or her eyes? I hope for the day when will we all be able to look upon each other as human beings and not as man or woman, black or white, mutant or norm. To paraphrase Shakespeare, I am a mutant, hath not a mutant's hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, feed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you poison us, do we not die? Police officers unsurprisingly acquitted of assault in civil suit. Angry protests were staged today outside the 5th Precinct courthouse where two Norm police officers, Joey Harris and Dean Adler, both incidentally members of the Crusade for Genetic Purity, of course. And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? Absolutely. Were found not guilty of assault and battery on a private citizen. M.O. Doolery, an unemployed homeless mutant, had brought in a civil suit against the officers, saying that they had randomly picked him out of a group of stragglers and beaten him senseless. Yep. And when this came out, the Rodney King incident would be topical. So I'm sure this is a reference. This is the 4th civil suit brought against Norm members of the SFPD this year alone. Each trial has ended in an acquittal. Undoubtedly, this has given police an added sense of immunity. Yep, leading to more mutant accusations of civil rights violations. Yep. The 2 mutant, 10 Norm jury deliberated for only 3 minutes, 18 seconds before presenting the not guilty verdict. Juror Lanny Fox explained the reason for the quick decision made by the jury. Prosecution never convinced us that Mr. Dooley has not always looked the way he does. The ACLU announced it's planning to appeal. Good luck. Heart and soul. Art is not dead in the Bay Area. Its rotting corpses, not just dead in the Bay Area, its rotting corpses stinking up the place. The latest excuse for an art exhibit was unveiled at the Ink and Oils Emporium, or the Stinkin' Spoils Emporium, as I want to call it. This pathetic showing by an alleged artist who calls himself Logo was the most hideous spectacle of the season. At least his Logo character has an inkling of intelligence. If I dared to pass off such putrid trash as art, I wouldn't use my real name either. Most striking thing about the presentation was the artist's hairdo, which closely resembled a dust mop used to soak up an oil spill, then dried to a crisp under a sun lamp. I wish I didn't know what that looked like, but I do. Not exactly, but close enough. On the lighter side, Kanye Winthrop's black tie art appreciation fundraiser was not nearly as unbearable as I feared it would be. Feature work, as always, was despicable, but for once the hors d'oeuvres didn't make me vomit. Champagne was not vintage, but not the cat pee of previous years. Oh no, not a complete waste of an evening. Till later, remember, life without art is just life. Not exactly a great person, are ya? Well, let's see if you've seen
Louis
anything.
Lemez runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
What can I get you?
Got some more questions. You know anything about the burglary?
Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye.
I see. So do you know anything about the bracelet?
Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it.
Okay. Say, I was reading a newspaper. What about this whole crusade thing?
Ever since the crusade started up, the relations between norms and mutants has gone to pot. I've had rocks thrown through my windows, graffiti sprayed on the bricks outside. There's not much I can do, though.
One sec, folks. Okay. Oh, did not, not mute, but everything's fine. Thanks. Hey, Harper. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, I need to set up an AFK screen, really. Aside from your digestion and doing his best balloon impression, yeah, understandable on that. No, yeah. No, I heard what sounded like my boyfriend yelling, but no, instead it was just allergies from uh, from the new plants that are blooming all over the place. And then I just used the bathroom, so that's what took forever. Sorry. Yeah, try my best. Try not to be a, terrible person. Sometimes I don't fail. Well, let's ask about Mac Mulden.
He's one of the few norms besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical cop. A little dim. And not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town.
I see. Well, I think we're good.
This is the spot where Dr. Mulong had his dentist's office. Everyone around here calls it Toothbrush Hill.
I see. Well, let's ask...
Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now she seems to have a thing for me.
Game to make you sad? I mean, I hope not,
What
but...
can I get for you, handsome? How about a big plate of linguine with my own special sauce?
Love FMV games? Yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more.
I think your sauce might be a little too rich for me. I just want to ask a couple of questions.
How about Mac Mulden?
Sorry. Ask me about something else.
How about the Crusade?
That's that religion for norms only? It makes me sick.
Me too. Eep. Hey, Phil Fox. Thank you for the raid. Hope you were having fun with, Back to the Dawn. Okay. Well, we had no need to go into the hotel earlier.
I heard this newspaper box got destroyed right after Chelsea opened her newsstand. Coincidence?
A little stuck, getting some bits moving. I mean, well, some fiber should help. Oh no, we've got some ahs going on.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well. But there's nobody living inside. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols? The Golden Gate Hotel was...
Let's
Ardo
head in.
Newpop is a gigantic goon who works at the front desk at the Golden Gate Motel. Ardo's no rocket scientist. In fact, he probably doesn't even know what a rocket scientist is.
I see. We'll be standard.
My name's Tex, and I'm a PI. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay. I think I already seen this show before anyway.
Okay. Really?
Captain Wallaby, your favorite show?
It's my third favorite show. My favorite is the Inspector Burns Fire Safety Show.
Oh.
Why is that your favorite show?
'Cause fire safety is very important, and I want to grow up to be just like Inspector Burns.
I see. Lie shamelessly, sarcastic change of subject, patronizing manipulation. Wow! Thanks, game, for giving me no decent human being options. How goes the Tex-Mex game? I mean, this time the controls are working and I'm not, like, getting sick from spinning all around the place. I don't want to be manipulative. I don't want to lie. Let's just be a regular jerk.
Well, I'm sure Inspector Burns would be thrilled. Can I ask you some questions?
Okay. I can answer some questions, but first I have to put on my fire hat because Inspector Burns' Fire Safety Show is going to be on pretty soon.
Okay. So, do you know about Mr. Rook down the street?
I went to his pawn shop because I thought he would have Inspector Burns action figures, but he didn't, and I got mad at him, so he probably don't like me.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably upset. What do you think of Chelsea?
Ooh, Chelsea is pretty cool, because she's got good magazines and stuff. That's where I bought my Inspector Burns Fire Safety Manual.
It was the 90s. Yeah. It gotta be... Yeah. True. I mean, it took a long time after the 90s for me to be things like sincere. What do you know about Louis?
He's a nice guy, and I like to eat there because there's a TV.
Okay. And Francesca?
She's the lady who makes the best pizza. I eat at her pizza place all the time because I love it.
Yep. Know about her husband?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I just want to be like my hero, Inspector Burns, because fire safety is very important.
It is. Have you heard about a burglary?
I never heard nothing about that.
Okay. Apparently he doesn't. Know anything about a bracelet?
I don't know what that is.
That's fine. Have you heard about the Colonel?
I never heard nothing about that.
Perfectly alright. Have you met with Mac Malden?
I don't know what that is.
Perfectly fine. I'm guessing you don't know much about a crusade.
I heard about that, but I don't know what a crusade is.
Perfectly reasonable.
The once majestic Chandler. It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. It's all locked up.
Will that turn out like the one in Threads? I mean, I try not to read Google Threads.
Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful.
That is true. You can move it. Uh-huh.
Whoa, a key. Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful.
Oh, it's a movie. Day after turned up to 11. Interesting. So, this isn't breaking because I'm not destroying anything, but it would be considered trespassing. Although some courts have determined using a found key to be considered breaking. Another nuclear war movie, except No Hope Remains. Yeah.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna... It's all locked. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes.
Feeling like cops don't care much about this part of town? You're probably right on that.
Rusty the Clown's novel.
Balloon magic. Employees only.
Whoa, well, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous.
Yeah.
This wig must be quite popular with shy people.
I mean, makeup flare would help.
A mask of the king? That's blasphemy.
Not quite.
This wig probably sells well during the Bay Area yodeling festival.
That would actually be pretty interesting to watch. It's a lot of weapons.
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless.
Stretch and hydrate, absolutely. I'll get to you later.
Cool. Plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection.
Crossbow! I mean, we did throw our gun away. Accidentally.
Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes.
Apparently.
Looks like my fourth grade teacher.
Probably.
Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a Reaper.
Oh. Reaper Man.
Oh, this is a scary mask.
Use the cardboard for caps? Absolutely.
Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set.
Daryl Hannah was mannequin, wasn't she?
I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck. Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask. Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Kim
Hi, kids,
Cattrall.
it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fires start so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
Living Color reference? Yeah, probably. I mean, I've seen plenty of episodes of In Living Color, but it's also been, like, ages. Hello?
Maybe this key fits in that employees only door.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a rusty clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended.
Interesting. I've got a blow-up doll. It's gonna be that kind of game, ain't it?
Just a couple of empty old packing boxes. Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons.
You can now take the doll home and that? Yeah. Maybe the doll is used for things.
If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before.
Warning, toxic acid.
Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid?
Oh!
Oh, lordy. Well, this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him.
Well!
Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing.
Ooh, let's take a look. Well, I mean, they should send in the clowns. There ought to be clowns. But don't bother. He's here. Darkroom stuff. Enlargements.
A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight.
Interesting.
A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself.
We've seen you operating a firearm. I would not give you a suction dart gun. Use this with balloon magic. Helium-filled balloon.
That door leads out to the street.
Oh, no problem there, Travis. Enjoy the Chinese food. Well, let's get in our wankmobile.
My trusty 31 lightning bolt speeder. I still regret not getting a sunroof option.
And yeah, that would be the wipeout laugh. Colt Tower, Texas office, Chandler Avenue. So, those are all within walking distance. Pretty sure this is a city map of San Francisco, but not sure which part. I mean, we have flying wank panzers. I think that's pretty worse. Is this correct, San Francisco? Nice. And it's probably not like, you know, Shadowrun Seattle, where it's inverted. 3/4 of San Fran? Nice. Let's head to the police station. Private Dick. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Ah.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
I mean, goodness, this music is getting very close to getting me a strike about the Dragnet theme. Right back at you, buddy.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
2 bars about Dragnet, so close? Yeah. Yeah, you can fondly reminisce.
Oh, come on. Remember the Martian Memorandum case? Hey, we made a swell team.
Yeah, those were the days. I don't get cases like that anymore. Things are harder now. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Mm-hmm. Man, everyone's been talking about this Martian Memorandum case. It'd be so nice if they made a game about it. Cue laugh track. Pride, which goeth before the fall.
What you need is San Francisco's best detective on the case.
Yeah? I asked him to help out, but he's busy. Now shove off!
Let's try that again.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
Nope. Oh, we'll be all apologetic.
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
Do you want one? Make a fermented deal?
Tell you what. Help me solve this case I'm working on, and I'll buy you a scotch. And not the cheap stuff.
Bribing a cop, eh, Murphy? Get out of here now, and I might not bust you!
I'm not bribing. I mean, a little, but it's more
Can't
friendly.
You find something better to do than bother me?
Nope.
I was planning on it. But you know, I couldn't find your sister or your mom.
Goodness.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Make some healthful suggestions?
I'll bet you could use an extra strength laxative and a nap.
Yeah? And you could use a punch in the chops! Get out of my office! Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
I wish. I couldn't afford a glass of scotch these days.
Well, here our custodial department is hired. Pick up an application on your way out.
Need to get information from this guy.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
I don't mean...
Sure you are.
Hit where it hurts?
Not me. I hear drinking too much is your department.
Hey, I got plenty to drink about. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Oh, suck up.
Sounds like we might be looking for the same burglar. Let's compare notes, old buddy.
No chance, Murphy. I don't need you getting in my way. Go play detective somewhere else.
Okay, one of these options is supposed to get me...
Can't you find some?
I don't mean...
Sure you.
I wish.
Maybe I have to use my computer first?
CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
CrimeLink 99A. CrimeLink, we make it stick. Male, female, other. Okay, well, we learned a shoe size. Third arm, third leg, fourth leg, missing head, other.
I love my comfy chair. I just wish it wouldn't be so easy to tip over whenever I get drunk.
You missing a wheel? It's usually the way those things tip over so easily.
That's the door to the store.
I'm glad I can jump anywhere. I
What
think
else
I
can
could
I
have
help
walked
you
there
with,
faster.
Murphy?
You know about Rusty?
I don't know anything about that.
Mac?
I don't know anything about that.
Anything about the Crusade?
Don't get me started. That movement is nothing but a hate machine. The Civil War's on the horizon because we mutants can't sit around and take the discrimination anymore. Those crusading fools have started something too big to control.
I see. Let's see. Okay, we got the key, we got the glass shard, radio and batteries, got the footprint.
That's the stir. It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World. 10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled.
Well, we're not that good. Yeah, it was a little painful. Very adorkable.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprint's about a size 14. Looks like a shoe print is...
Examine. Okay, thank you. Wow, thanks, game. Flying princesses in Final Fantasy IV? Nice.
Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a carrot top.
Okay. Maybe that can get me information for the police station?
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
Well, he said this person is a carrot top, but carrot in town makes sense too.
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
I wish. I couldn't afford a glass of scotch these days.
Well, here our custodial department is hiring. Pick up an application on your way out.
Maybe you need to get to your computer to give a suspect first? Maybe.
I was planning on it.
Still the wise guy.
Listen, I'm working on a...
You and me both, Seamus. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard?
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots.
Ah,
we know
here we
he's a
go.
Norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood. That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
There we go. That's the information I wanted. Oh, one less.
My old...
Okay. It's a bit early, but I think we will call this one a night. Glad it worked out, though. Let's see who's out and about. Well, Ald's about to start building Lego. So I think I'm going to head over to him. And tomorrow we're going to go back into Paladin's Quest. Have a good one, folks. Yeah, Tex is not the worst private dick we've had to deal with.